In this video, we're talking about 5 of my favorite accessories for the Fujifilm X100V. What's up everyone, Reggie B Photo here and welcome back to the channel. So for those of you who are new, my name is Reggie Ballesteros and I'm a wedding photographer based in the San Francisco Bay Area. The X100V is my favorite camera right now. I've been using it non-stop for documenting my family at home when I'm out traveling. It's inspired me to try out new photography genres, and now I'm even bringing it along as part of my wedding photography kit. It's really the perfect camera for me, especially in this season of my life. Out of the box, the X100V is already amazing, but there are 5 key accessories that I pair with it that just enhance the shooting experience, make the camera more versatile for the different situations that I throw at it, and in general they spark creativity and encourage me to actually get out and enjoy shooting. Before we start off the list, I wanted to cover 2 key items that are necessary, but I wouldn't exactly categorize them as accessories, and these are batteries and SD cards. So for batteries, I use the OEM Fujifilm NPW126S batteries. While third-party batteries work well for others, I personally just don't prefer them or personally trust them. With that said, I do use a third-party Wasabi battery charger, mainly because I can charge multiple batteries, up to 10 of them at a time, when paired with my Anker 5-port USB charger. For SD cards, I exclusively use SanDisk Extreme Pro SD cards in all of my Fujifilm cameras. They're fast, reliable, and have never failed me to date. Knock on wood. The X100V only has a UHS 1 slot, so I use the 170 megabyte per second cards in my X100V. So first up on the list is the Hogue Square Hood. And the reason I didn't opt for the Square Hood branded version is because at the time that I was in the market to buy a hood, I read somewhere that the Square Hood branded version didn't properly accommodate a filter. I've actually had friends confirm with me that they've gotten their filter stuck, they've ruined their hoods, and this version 1 Square Hood filter was the only option at the time. And when doing quick research online, the Hogue version didn't have this problem in any reviews that I read. So this is the Hogue LH-X54W square metal lens hood, and I love it because it's stylish, it matches the material finish and retro design aesthetic of the X100V. It's also great for protection because I don't use lens caps with my cameras or lenses. This is just a personal choice for me, and this hood serves to protect the front element from getting dinged or getting damaged from bumping into stuff. And lastly, it optically reduces the unintentional lens flare, which can give you unwanted reduction in contrast for your photos. But I find if I want myself wanting some flare for creative purposes, I can easily just unscrew it off if I need to. Next up are my 2 black leather straps from Clever Supply Co. I have a minimal neck strap that I have right here, as well as a wrist strap. These leather straps are stylish yet functional. The beautiful leather is a perfect match again to the X100V's aesthetic, and because it comes in different form factors to fit different scenarios, along with the integration of the Peak Design anchor links, the Clever Supply Co straps are actually more of, I would say, like a strap system as opposed to standalone straps. You can basically swap out the straps quickly, especially on the X100V or any camera that you have Peak Design anchor links installed on. I use the wrist strap for photo walks and street photography, and then I'll swap out to the neck strap worn across my body for when I'm out with my kids. That way I can have quick access to the camera, but also be able to just like move it aside to my hip and carry a toddler kind of like on the other side if needed. So that's kind of dad life for you. If you are interested in picking up a Clever Supply Co strap for yourself, my friends over there were gracious enough to give you all a discount good for 10% off any strap of your choice that you can enjoy the carry too. So as far as storage and carrying goes, I tend to store and carry my X100V in the Moment fanny sling, as opposed to a traditional camera backpack or shoulder bag. The Moment sling allows for me to stow my X100V concealed safely in those situations where I just don't really feel safe having my camera out or don't want my camera exposed. I like to wear this pack either on my hip or around my back, and when needed I can quickly swing the pack to my front to take out the camera and just shoot. I'm not sure if this was like an intended design feature, but the zippers on this fanny sling are perfect for one-hand operation, which makes the ease of use all that much better. While this pack isn't the perfect size for every single photographer, especially for those who are looking to carry every single thing, every piece of gear in their bag, it is the perfect size for me and those who are looking for a kind of minimal size bag to carry their everyday essentials. So my X100V, my wallet, my keys, my glasses, hand sanitizer, maybe an accessory or two. That way I can hang it in my office and just kind of grab it and go when I'm off to do errands, a day trip, and I basically can leave knowing that I have everything that I need to kind of operate on the day as well as create photos. Almost every X100V owner that I've talked to also uses some kind of diffusion filter with their camera, and I think it's for a good reason. My brand of choice is the Moment Cinebloom diffusion filters. Why use a diffusion filter in the first place? For those who love the film simulations, there isn't really a way for us to reduce the black point of the film simulation recipes at this point. So I use the Cinebloom filter to reduce the contrast and add a bit of little bit of softness and faux film fade to a photo. The Cinebloom filter, especially the stronger 20% variation, they create a hazy glow around light sources and lit subjects. And what this does is it gives photos a unique kind of cinematic look straight out of the camera, which really makes for some interesting night photography. If you're interested to see more of this effect, be sure to check out my other X100V night photography POV video linked up above. Overall, these filters are just really great for mixing things up. Digital photography and professional photography trends toward kind of the clinical, sharp, and contrasty photos. And while I do typically strive for contrasty, sharp images for my professional wedding and portrait work, when I'm off the clock and shooting for fun, I really like to kind of mix things up to get the creative juices flowing again. Usually for me, that means shooting a new genre with my X100V and then pairing it with a Cinebloom filter to give me kind of a refresh aesthetic and perspective. So last but not least, I wanted to talk about printing. I believe that every photographer needs to print out their photos. The act of printing your photos, showing them to others, and telling and retelling the stories around the photos is really what is at the heart of this craft. We cannot let the act of printing out photos die. And for those who are overwhelmed with inks and calibration and all that stuff associated with printing photos, this Instax printer allows you to utilize the beautiful colors of the film simulations in your camera and instantly create prints without all that fuss. How? Well, this printer doesn't use ink actually, but instead it makes an exposure on a Fujifilm Instax instant film kind of slide. And seriously, this is kind of the perfect version of that kind of Fujifilm digital film hybrid kind of experience. You can't really get better than taking photos with film simulations and then printing them on this Instax instant film printer. It's fun, it's easy, and the prints look nostalgic. And it's awesome to really have the opportunity to print out a photo of the person that's in the subject of your photo, and then also be able to keep one for yourself too. I think every Fujifilm owner, especially X100V shooters, they need this little Instax printer in their kit. If you are interested in picking up any of the accessories shared today, I do have affiliate links down in the description below if you'd like to support the channel at no additional cost to you. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I want to hear from you. What is that one accessory that you cannot live without? Seriously, you can't live without, or you buy it with every single camera that you have. Share it down in the comments so that we know what are some good things that we may be missing in our kits. As always, please be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as I make new Fujifilm or photography videos every single week. If that's too long for you, be sure to follow me on Instagram at ReggieBPhoto, as I post new tips, tricks, and tutorials every single day. Alright, that's it for me. Remember to get out, go shoot, and I'll catch you all in the next one. When I'm off the clock and shooting for fun, I really like to kind of mix things up to get the creative juices flowing again. Oh, yeah.